As you can see right here, you have your green indicator for your good, okay, charging system status. This is your test your cold cranking amps, and it also has a minimum crank voltage that you can have, so it gives you all your information. It also has the bad, as you can see. It also tests 6 volts, so it's also good for 6-volt systems. And as I said, it does have a heating element in behind these vents, so you don't want to hold it no more than 10 seconds or you could overheat it. And as we can look, it's made by a Traveler, but that's not really that important. Like I said, it's just an inexpensive little tester. They come in really handy. It's a whole lot better than using a voltmeter. So, hey guys, are you ready to get wrenching? I know I am. So, let's check this guy out. It's a load tester made by a Traveler, which is not really important. Test 6-volt systems or 12-volt systems. We have a battery right here to test, and there's a heating element inside, so when you hold this button down, and you have to hold it, you don't want to do it for more than 10 seconds. So as you can see right there, you have your good green indicator, your yellow weak indicator, red bad indicator, has your voltage readings, amperage, puts a 200 load amperage on your battery, so it can be tested. It gives you a little more information that you may need to know. It gives you some things that you may need to take into account for temperature, so you want to keep that in mind. And it's a lot better than trying to use a voltmeter, which is not going to be accurate when testing a battery. And here is a good example. And when it falls below a certain voltage, the battery's bad. That's all there is to it. So you may be able to charge it up, and they do desulfate a lot and start to crystallize on your lead plates inside the battery. You may be able to use a hydrometer inside here, inside these little caps. So first, let's show you guys how to do this. Pretty simple. Red clamp on the positive, negative, clamp on, then you just click this little button, hold it down, and then if it falls to the red, it's bad. And as you can see, this one is weak. I just held it down for a second because I don't want to put too much stress on the battery. I need to throw it on charge and see if we can throw some life back into it. You can use distilled water in the battery, and I do recommend getting like a turkey baster, maybe not a turkey baster, but like a small dropper or something that you can pour water in, like a syringe type plastic syringe, and you can take that distilled water and put a few drops in at a time. And as long as you're covering your lead plates, you're good. So you want to make sure you cover your lead plates, and if you keep your lead plates covered, you'll be good. So they are good to check every now and then. That's why the heat is so bad. Check your battery. You can go buy a hydrometer. This will also test the specific gravity of the battery, and it's similar to a coolant tester. You line this arrow straight up and down with this mark right here, as you can see, and then you have a fluid level that goes across like this. So you want to bring the fluid level just to right there and stop. Don't fill it all the way up. And you take a flat screwdriver after you put safety glasses on, you have put gloves on, and you need to check, make sure you get the right type of gloves. Nitrile gloves aren't really the best choice for a battery, so the sulfuric acid can eat right through it. So what you want to do is get a cloth, and a clean cloth, clean all the dirt and debris from around these caps before you take it off, because if you get that in there, it's going to cause it to sulfate and crystallize a lot faster, and that's definitely not what you want. So what you want to do is take a flathead screwdriver, put it under here, and reach down and grab this old screwdriver. You want to just push the screwdriver up under, one side at a time, barely raise it up. Make sure your safety glasses are on. Put it under this side, barely raise it up. Then you can maybe go in the center, push it, raise it, and it'll just pop right off. Okay, so it's no big deal. And it has small holes inside that you can put this in. It'll fit in each one, just like a coolant tester. Put it in there. You pull it up, it looks just like water, the sulfuric acid does. And then it's distilled water and sulfuric acid mixed. So what you want to do is, if you look inside and it's not covering the lead plates, then you want to make sure it covers it. And you'll see 3 holes right here. 3 holes right here. So there'll be 6 holes total. And each hole will represent approximately 1.3, let's see, 3, 6, yeah. So it will represent approximately like 2.4 volts each, I'm sorry. So you'll check each one out, depending on your batteries, depending on the voltage it's going to represent for each hole. And you can see it has one for 6 volts, 12 volts, so either way you're covered. And then it has the instructions on the back, and you'll raise this fluid level up, pull it up, and it'll show your voltage. Right here's your good, your fair, and your recharge. So then what you can do, this is a terminal cleaner. Just makes it a little easier. You can use a regular wire brush, and as you can see, it'll fit right over that post perfectly. And you just twist it, cleans it off really good, really fast. So also you can use a little dielectric grease, put a little dab of it around it. That'll protect it. You'll never have to worry about it corroding. So that about covers it. But like I said, when you're putting that water in, it's easy to overfill. You do not want to overfill that with water, because it will come back out with sulfuric acid. Make sure you only cover the lead plates. Just cover the plates, just barely over the lead plates, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, where you can follow the manufacturer recommendation. But I just barely cover them and use some sort of eyedropper or something. The hole's very small, so you don't want it to, the end to be any bigger than this. So thank you guys for watching. Nate's Interactive Auto.